With the amazing Digital Circus movie coming out in a few days, I decided I should make a video talking about it. If you've been on Twitter or social media focusing around the most kid-friendly looking show on the internet, then you might have come across some memes or leaks about the movie. Like I don't know if it was like the movie for sure, like the entire movie, or if it was just like the ending, but there was some stuff that was leaked onto Twitter about the movie and the ending, and people said that the ending actually sucks. So, lol. However, there is a theory going around that, like Alex Hirsch 10 years ago, he made a leak talking about the author of the journals in Gravity Falls, and that was fake. So, with that in mind, people are saying Glitch made this fake video to throw off all of the leakers and to make everyone think that it sucks, but it's actually going to be really good. So it's kind of interesting to think. With all that in mind, I thought it would be appropriate to talk about endings that people had in mind for the movie that they thought would be pretty good. But before we get into that, hi, I'm Coffee Hooker, and this is my channel where I talk about movies, talk about reviews, deep dives, just my personal thoughts on them, and all that good stuff. So if that seems interesting to you, remember to subscribe. I come back every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday because that's when I post. So if that's interesting to you, um, come back. I also post 2 shorts a day. So with that in mind, enjoy. An ending that's most popular with fans is that Pomni and friends learn how to control the circus because like Kane's dead, so they learn how to control the circus and live in it together, and they just kind of accept their fate forever. This ending, I don't like that much. I don't like it when they get trapped in the circus and like have to stay there forever. You know, like that's not like a thing that I like. That's not a thing I enjoy. I want them to be able to get out. You know, like I have a feeling it's gonna go that way, but I want them to get out. An ending that kind of parallels what I just talked about is that Jax will go crazy and he'll learn how to control the circus like how Kane does, and he'll become the next Kane. And this is where we hit a crossroad. The first crossroad is that Jax will torture Pomni and friends forever, like for all of time, and there's nothing anyone can do about it because he's all powerful, right? Based on the poster, I feel like something like this will happen, but not this exact thing. On the other end, I think like Jax, and another theory is that Jax will learn how to control the circus and he'll torture the cast not forever, but like for like a good little bit until they figure out how to get him to stop. This is another crossroad where Jax will be killed by the cast and they'll learn how to escape because there's another thing I'm going to talk about, but not right now. But that's another crossroad. The other side is that they learn how to get Jax better and back on their side so that he doesn't like torture them forever and always. With this ending in mind, I hope that they keep Jax alive. Like if he goes this way, he goes crazy, which I'm assuming he will because the poster. But if he goes this way, I hope that he will like torture them for a little bit and then they convince him to stop and then he stops and then they learn a way out together. Just know that if Glitch actually goes down the route of Jax torturing the cast forever and like they go down that road and he like tortures them forever, that's the ending, that's it, goodbye, like no updates, anything. I'm going to trash Glitch for all of time, forever and always. I'm going to trash Glitch as much as I can. Just because of like how much time I've invested into the show and just like how much energy I've put into it for them to like just end it like that. Like it better be fire. Like it better be a good ending, you know? There's a ton more endings, and I'm actually first video. I'm gonna give you guys homework to go research the endings if you want. It's optional, but if you want to, you can go research the endings because there's actually a lot, and that would be like a whole maybe 30-minute video if I was talking about all of them. I just picked some of my favorite ones that I thought would be kind of interesting. But my most favorite ending is the one that I saw where someone escapes the circus, probably Kinger, and he will escape, go into the real world, and find a way to bring everyone back. Now, the reason I don't think they'll go this way is because I don't think that everyone's hooked up to a machine and that's what's happening. I don't think that, right? Because think about it. If that was happening, right, when they put on the headset, then and they drop to the floor, someone would have to come and drag their bodies away and hook it up to a machine and just like I just don't think that that's the case, you know? Which brings me into a theory. I know, it's great, isn't it? I didn't come up with it. I just have seen theories floating around and I think they're kind of cool, so I'm going to talk about them. Okay, so this theory suggests that, like, say, Pomni or someone, whenever they put on the headset, right? The headset they put on goes into their brain and, like, makes a mental copy of them and takes that and puts it into the headset. And the real person who put on the headset just like took it off, and they're like, oh, probably broken, threw it away, right? They just walked off and went home for the day, right? Or whatever they were doing, they just went home, right? Now, the basis for this theory is that multiple people have put on the same headset, unless it's not the same headset, right? It's just a copy, but like multiple people have put on the headset, so that would mean that like either their entire body's getting sucked up into the headset, which I don't think is likely, or they're just putting it on and taking it off and walking away, and their digital consciousness is being left behind. This would explain why no one can remember their names. They can only remember their thoughts and feelings about stuff, you know? Like, I guess maybe like a thing that can counteract this theory is say they remember their jobs, but they don't remember their names. That could be like the name thing. That could be a thing that not Kinger, that could be a thing that Kane was trying to hide from them for whatever reason. And now, with the movie coming out, they could very well get their names back and like remember their names. Now, I mentioned earlier that I mentioned earlier that I hope that they escape, and I really want them to. But with the headset theory, like them taking it off, that in mind, how would they be going home? Well, I don't know exactly, right? But there are some theories about how they could go home. The first way people have talked about them escaping the circus is by someone, I don't know who, probably Kinger, because he used to work there, like for the CNA. But the first way people have talked about them escaping is someone obtaining Kane's powers and finding a way to get home. Basically, what this theory suggests is that Kane is gatekeeping a secret that will make them go home. And by them exploring their powers and like their new found authority in the circus, one of them can find a way to get out of there. Now, there's a place that has been in the circus before. It's been in there maybe a few times. I don't know. I only remember it two times. One was from an ad, and one was from the actual episode. I'm talking about that white place that Pomni went to in the pilot. Now, I'm not saying that that's the way out, right? I'm not saying that at all. But when Pomni went there, Kane was really fast to get her out. So I'm saying that either there's something in there he didn't want her to see, right? Maybe like an exit or a clue about how to get out or something. Or maybe she could like make her own world, right? Or it was literally just there were some secrets in there he didn't want her to know yet, like for future adventures. I don't know. I'm not too sure about it, right? But I'm pretty sure this will make a comeback in some way or form. I do unfortunately feel like they won't be able to go home. I feel like they're going to be trapped there forever because there's just not enough that they could like use to get out, you know? Like in episode 7 when they were trying to get out and like they had the red button, blue button, they pressed the button to stay, right? But Kane said the other one would take them to Shrimperland. Shrimp World, Shrimpland, however Bubbles made it, right? However Bubble put it. But Kane said they would go there, right? I don't know if that's true or not. Like I don't know. I can't trust with Kane. We can't trust anything he says, right? So I don't know if that would like actually have sent them back or not. But I think the only way now that they could go home is if Glitch or Goose or anyone like had a secret weapon that they didn't tell us about, and they just like are gonna add it into the newest episode and make it so that everyone can go home. That's like probably the only way I think that they'll be able to get out of there. Now, with all that said, I, with my professional opinion, want to try to predict how the movie will go. I've seen a lot of movies and I'm very pro, right? I just want to try to see if I can predict how the movie will go because I think that'll be fun. And if I get it right, then I don't know. I could be a writer. I don't know. Fun. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. I did not watch the leaks. I haven't seen anything about it. I just heard about the leaks, okay? I just heard that the ending sucks. That's all I hope. I haven't watched it, I promise. I'm not going to ruin it for myself, and I'm not going to ruin it for you guys, okay? I promise. All right. Now, the way I think the movie will go is I think it'll open and it'll go into more depth about how the blue and red dots work, like in the first movie or in the like last episode. You know how they had like the blue and red dot. I think they'll go into depth about that more. Now, everyone's saying that that's Kane's history, and I actually agree. I agree with that. I think that's true, right? But we don't know for sure, so I think it'll explain that a little bit more, right? We'll go into Kane's history about how he was made, and just like his history in the circus, his thoughts, all that stuff, right? Then I think it'll cut back to the present day in the circus, right after Zubul said, "Holy shit!" Right? After we go back to the present, I think everyone's gonna be talking. They're gonna be like, "Whoa, what happened? How'd you do that? Like, what happened?" And then Kinger's gonna explain what happened. Then Jax will probably lose his shit a little bit, right? He'll most likely take out his anger on Kinger because Kinger did all that, so he'll most likely take it out on him. And then I have a feeling that there's gonna be like a song tied to Jax going crazy. Like I have a feeling about it. All right, I have a feeling. And then Jax will find a way to take over the circus, and he'll torture everyone until they fight back and either kill him or bring him back. I also think that the abstractions will make an appearance as well. The reason I say that is because Kane had them in like this little pit, right? And it was blocked off. With Kane gone, can they get out of the pit? Like, can we find a way to bring them back? Was Kane making them like that on purpose? Like, is there a thing that they can do to bring them back? Are they going to be nice? Are they going to be friendly? Are they going to be like be hostile? I I hope. Now that I'm thinking about it, I hope that we get like a fight scene between them, and then they bring them back to normal. I think that'd be pretty cool. Then this is wishful thinking. This is just me in denial. I think that they'll find a way to get out. They'll get out, and we'll see them be friends with and go back to their family and be friends because it's all about the friends we made along the way. And I hope that happens. It's probably not going to, right? But I hope it does. And the reason that I'm saying all this jack shit is because of the way he's been acting the past few episodes, and the poster, and also Goose a few years ago she tweeted and she said that Jack's fans are going to be disappointed with the way he turns out. So with all that in mind, I think something's going to happen to him. I hope that he ends up okay because he's my favorite character, but like I hope he's fine. Now, I do actually not have any emotional ties to this movie whatsoever, right? I don't care how it ends. If it ends shitty and depressing, that's going to be really upsetting. But like, now if the movie ends up to be a depressing, tragic ass movie, I am going to treat my Little Caesars like a birthday candle, okay? I'm going to light it on fire and it's going to be gone. But to be real with you guys, I don't have any emotional ties to this franchise or the movies or anything. I just simply enjoy watching them with my girlfriend, and that's about it. Okay, it's just I like the movies. I think they're fun, and if they end them shitty, then that sucks because I enjoy it and I want the characters to be good. That's all. With all that said and done, I am very excited to see this movie on Thursday when it comes out, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts, my reviews, all that stuff. And yeah, in conclusion,